Hey everyone, welcome back to Learning English with Fasim. If you're new here, this is where we take real English from real news and break it down so you can actually understand how it works in professional business and tech conversations. And today, we've got something interesting. We are looking at a paragraph from a news article about Tesla's new self-driving robotaxis. Some of the cars were seen breaking traffic laws during the debut in Austin, Texas, and now US safety regulators are stepping in. But like always, we're not just talking about cars or tech. We're here to break down the English, and you'll see how much natural vocabulary, indirect tone, and even corporate language gets packed into just one paragraph. So let's jump in. I will read you the paragraph we're interested in, and I will break it and analyze sentence by sentence. So here's a paragraph. The main transportation safety regulators in the US is requesting information from Tesla after videos showed the company's self-driving robotaxis exceeding the speed limit or veering into the wrong lane. The company launched the service in Austin, Texas over the weekend. Okay, that seems like a pretty normal news update, right? But actually there's a lot going on here. So let's take it piece by piece. First sentence says, the main transportation safety regulator in the US. This is referring to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, often shortened to NHTSA. But notice how formal the phrase is, main. This just means that's the most important. And then it goes straight to transportation safety regulator. Basically a government agency whose job is to watch over road safety and make sure cars follow the rules. This type of long descriptive noun phrase is very common in news writing. It sounds official and serious, which fits the topic. You can make this formal and use in professional English, like saying the main cybersecurity authority in Europe or the leading data protection agency in Canada. Then the next sentence says they requested information from Tesla. This is classic corporate and legal tone. They are not saying it's accusing Tesla or is blaming Tesla. They say requesting information. Why? Because it sounds neutral and non-aggressive. This is important in business English, especially when things are still being investigated. You often hear, we've reached out for clarification, or we are requesting additional data, or we are in contact with the company. These are polite ways of saying something might be wrong, but we are not jumping to conclusions. Then the next sentence says, after video showed the company's self-driving robotaxis exceeding the speed limit or veering the wrong lane. Alright, this is where it gets more specific. Let's look at these other phrases. Exceeding the speed limit. This is a formal way to say going too fast. But again, in journalism, they want it to sound official, not emotional. So instead of saying the car was speedy, they say exceeding the limit. Then veering into the wrong lane. Veer is a usual verb and it means to suddenly move off your intended path. So when a car veers into the wrong lane, it's not just drifting a little bit, but it's moving sharply or unexpectedly, which sounds dangerous. And these two phrases are used to describe problems in a way that's serious but still professional. Next sentence says, the company launched the service in Austin, Texas over the weekend. So let's talk about the tone again. Instead of saying Tesla started using robotaxis, they use a very common business verb, launched the service. This is what companies do when they introduce a new product or project. In tech and business English, launch doesn't just mean start, it also has a feeling of promotion and strategy. Think like we launched a new app, or when they say they launched a pilot program in Chicago. And finally, over the weekend. This is a nice casual time phrase. It's less specific than saying on Saturday, which helps keep the writing more flexible and flowing. And putting all together, so if we put everything together, what's really happening here? This paragraph uses careful professional language to talk about serious situations, cause potentially breaking laws without sounding too aggressive or emotional. You've got formal job titles, main safety regulators, neutral zone requesting information, precise but calm description when they say exceeding speed limits or veering into lines, business phrase like saying when they said launch the service. This is exactly the kind of English you'll see in professional news, corporate updates, and public relations. And learning how to read between the lines like this helps you speak more natural and confidently in a similar situation. So that's the breakdown. Even just one paragraph from a news article like this can teach you a ton about how real high-level English works, especially in tech, business, and global conversations. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Do you want more videos like this where we read and break down real news stories? Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.